What's up everybody, Colton Varco here. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you want to see next. So this is a little recap and comparison from last year's prep compared to this year's prep and the differences that occurred and what I had to go through last year compared to this year, the difficulties, the hate, the love, the drama, the negativity from people, the support system I had, everything is going to come into play comparison wise from last year to this year. Let's get started. Okay, so last year's prep was tricky. I was doing renovations at the house during my prep, so that wasn't exactly the easiest thing to do during a prep, to be honest, but I made it work. And then there was also certain individuals that were very negative towards me during the prep, people that are supposed to be in your corner, and they were putting me down. So there was that concept of negativity constantly throughout my prep, and certain things were said to me that I will not repeat, but you really shouldn't be saying that to somebody that, you know, you're trying to motivate or push to be better, whether it's your friends, your coach, family. Like, you need people like-minded in your inner circle, people that want to uplift you, people that want to see you succeed, people that want to see you at your absolute best, push you to be your best. I didn't have that full aspect last year. Didn't at all. Fast forward to this year, I cut out a lot of people in my life because, one, it was needed. There was baggage, there was all that negativity, I needed to drop it. So going into the prep in advance, I already knew what I had to do. So I dropped a lot of people, stopped talking to a lot of people, interacting with them. So I had a very small, tight inner circle. One of them definitely is my new coach, Aaron Gully, and his wife, Emily. Phenomenal people. They were very inspirational, motivational to me. I look up to them in many ways, not just in bodybuilding, but also what you can do as a powerhouse couple. And they see a lot of potential in me, and they said that to me many times. And it really helped during the prep, because times get tough and they're like, man, you got this. Like, this is, like, you're looking phenomenal. And that's what you need in a coach. You need someone that's gonna uplift you, but also push you to be your best and say, listen, man, we're slacking. We got to get going. We gotta speed it up. But we never had to do that with this prep. I was on point, and Aaron was very happy. I also had my mom this year again, very supportive compared to last year. There was just a lot going on last year, but she was very supportive this year, as she was last year, but much more this year for sure. Some new friends I encountered. Both of them are competitors and phenomenal people. They are very nice, hoping to also have a new training partner with this one individual. He's an absolute powerhouse as well. I can't wait to see him on stage, and got his back for his prep. So they are a part of my little inner circle right now, and continuing to get deeper into it, and that was very important during this prep. I met some other really cool, interesting people at my gym. Honestly, I don't even know the guy's name, but he sounds like Arnold, and the guy is a riot. He was pretty good. Very, you got this. Come on, man. So it was a very different prep this year, both mindset and surrounding and all that stuff. So it was much more uplifting, positive energy, positive vibes. Making my posts, people commenting and being like, yo, man, like, you're looking insane, all these things. So it was a very different prep compared to last year. I was also not ready last year compared to this year. This year I was on point. This year I was 100% good to go. Aaron made sure of it. Last year there was a lot of complications. I brought my best package this year. Beyond proud, beyond grateful. It was an interesting prep still, and we'll go into detail in a minute, but surround yourself with like-minded people that want to see you succeed, and you'll succeed, because they're going to push you to be better. They're going to push you to be your best. They're going to be there when you fall, and they're going to tell you, get back up, get back on the horse, and keep on going, because you got this, champ. And that's what I had. And that's what you need if you want to be successful. You don't need 30 friends, maybe 5. Close friends, inner circle, and you can conquer anything you set your mind to with these 5 individuals. Remember that. This year compared to last year. This year, I was a lot more emotional than I it was last year. Last year, I bottled all my emotions up. I didn't want to let the emotions come out. I didn't care to. I just bottled it all up and stored it down inside. And this year I let them come out. There was a few times I was walking on my treadmill at 3 in the morning and I cried. Some memories came back that hit hard home. I lost my grandmother a few years back. She never got to see me compete. During COVID, I stepped on stage for the first time, 2021, I believe it was. And that was when like the whole thing came out. Anyways, she couldn't come because of COVID because she had cancer at the time. So I'm walking on the treadmill one morning and it just popped in my head and I started crying on the treadmill. That was the first time during my prep that I really like let the emotions come out. Sorry. So 15 minutes, I still walked, pushing myself, but I'm bawling my eyes out on the treadmill, thinking, you know, another year has gone by and she's not going to see me compete. And the kicker is my show was in November. She passed away in November. So after that moment on the treadmill, I had a few more breakdowns. Certain things would set me off. One of them being, you know, I'll never get to see her after a show. She'll never be able to experience that, and I'll never be able to give her a big hug with my tan and cover her with the tan and whatnot. Her favorite chocolate bar was Mr. Big. I can't eat them. I don't eat too much junk food as it is. I just haven't been able to even seeing them. It just brings back memories. So I told myself this year, after I win the show and I bring home everything, because that was my mindset, I was gonna make a Ninja Creamy. I was gonna put her chocolate bar in there with my favorite chocolate bar and toast it off to her and say, you know, I want another show, Graham. Well, I call her Gam actually. Quite a few times I broke down. It was a very emotional prep. I let my emotions out this year and it was good because I felt things that I didn't feel last year. I was able to, like, I guess, be more human, more than just a robot and just blinders on and going in for it, which was important because I was able to experience a lot more this year compared to last year when it came to the emotional aspect. So it was an interesting prep for that matter with the emotions, but we came on top, and that's what's important. We brought my best package to date, and that's what matters. Last year I bottled it all up. I didn't show emotion. Like, I was still affectionate. At that time I was in a relationship, but I just kind of bottled a lot of my emotions up and just dug them down into a deep hole. So they definitely resurfaced this year. So it was just different this year compared to last year, with my emotions actually feeling everything and letting things be felt during the prep compared to just bottling it all up and not feeling anything. Also, the next part is my stress this year compared to last year. Well, this year's stress levels were a little less because I wasn't renovating this house. Like, the wall right behind me, I had to sand it down, repaint the entire living room, dining room, ceilings. I had to putty the ceilings, everything last year in 2023. This year, I didn't have to do any of it. It was just hop on the treadmill, do my cardio, get ready, have my breakfast, drive an hour to work my day, and then drive an hour to the gym, and then drive an hour home, that kind of thing, or whatever the time frames were with driving, I don't know. But a lot of driving I do for work, so that does take a toll on the body, which does make it a little bit more difficult when it comes to a prep. And that's something I'm looking to change up for next year's prep is a new job, better career, one that is more suited for the bodybuilding lifestyle and also not as physically demanding, because I work at the railway and it is not the idealistic job for a bodybuilder when you're pounding spikes down and pulling out banging out anchor, and pulling out the spikes and pulling out the railway ties and changing rail and changing joint bars and broken rail and all that stuff. It's not the idealistic job, and looking to find a job that's more suited to bodybuilding lifestyle. So that's the goal for 2025. As for last year in 2023, stress was higher. The fact that I had to renovate and then driving to work at a workplace which was and still is very toxic, not just like toxic breathing, but actual toxicity with people you work with, but you're going to find that everywhere. It was a difficult prep last year for sure with the toxicity. And then there was just other things, stress related things with family matters coming into play, not particularly mine, but the old relationship I had. There's a lot of circumstances that were constantly coming up and having to adjust to that, which was interesting. That's life. It is what it is. So we made the most of it and did what I could. Last year as well, we were supposed to be in Classic in 2023, but my body just was like not having it. We were already like down in food, starving, and I hadn't even started prep yet. My body didn't want to drop below 230. Like, I was diced. So I had the decision to make. So we decided to go to open bodybuilding in 2023. So the decision to change from Classic to open was made because my body it didn't want to go below 230. We would have a cheat meal, I'd drop a pound or two, and by next check-in, I'd be back up in weight. I was already starving. Like, I was barely eating any food, disciplined as always, but my body was just like, hey, we're not dropping anymore. So that was 2023. A big decision had to be made, whether starve myself to a whole other degree or go into open bodybuilding. So I made the jump up to open, put on some size, didn't come in at my best. I was probably 2-3% more body fat than I should have been. I didn't have a Christmas tree. My glutes weren't striated. I wasn't grainy. I wasn't dry looking. Just a lot going on in 2023, and it was just a difficult prep for sure. A short time frame as well to try to put on some more size and then cut down for the show. So it was a lot of new tissue, not matured. It was just a lot to do in a short amount of time frame to get ready for the King Kong Open back in 2023. And the comparisons I have from this year to last year is phenomenal. Like, 2023 me and then 2024 me are like night and day difference. I have comparisons about 4 weeks out, 3 weeks out, I think, side by side, and the difference is just outstanding, like phenomenal, big difference. And I couldn't be more proud of the progress I made, because right there I beat myself, and that's something right there, right? You're going in and you beat your last year's package. So right there, you've already won. So this year, my coach and I, my new coach, I got him last year, stayed in open, obviously, and we put on a lot of size. I was 269.4 pounds, I believe, by the time the off season had ended. I was between 12 to 15% body fat. I still had abs. I still had some vascularity. So I wasn't too like overly thick boy season looking, but I still was pretty big. And it's interesting being that big, let me tell you. But it was a very good look compared to trying to put on as much size as I could back in 2023. The difference was, I was more cardio ready in 2024 compared to 2023, because it was slower increments getting up to that weight cap compared to 2023. I don't know exactly when I started my prep at what weight, but it was a little bit thick boy season looking, to call it. So there's a lot of differences in last year compared to 2024. But overall, the package I brought this year was bigger, leaner, drier, grainier, and very full looking on that stage. And I'm very proud of the package I brought in 2024. I won the gold and I won the trophy for the overall, and which has landed me a spot to compete in 2025 for an attempt for my pro card. So I'm beyond grateful. And it's been one heck of a journey. And it's going to continue to be one heck of a journey. So please follow along. And thank you for listening. The last year compared to this year and some of the difficulties I had to face. Things are never easy, guys. Things worth having take time. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Remember that when you do enter bodybuilding and you want to compete. So please, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share your thoughts on the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.